All right, motherfuckers. What are we talking about? Would you like to go or you want the Jets to go?
I want to hear what you've got. Because you've got a lot of energy and I
All right,
don't know if you're backed up back there.
I'll list them all, and we'll go back and forth on what I pick and what I think of the player, and what you think of the player.
Okay.
When do I get to say what I think?
Sure.
You can stay right the fuck on the sideline. Okay.
Don't hate me because I'm beautiful.
Hate
me because I'm right.
He really just fucking needs.
Steve, it's your basement. If you break a bottle over his head, I mean, the glass will be on your floor.
With the first pick. With the first
I didn't think it was going to go that
With
way.
the first pick in the NFL draft, the Jets select.
Actually, with the first pick the Jets have in this draft. Okay, gotta fucking.
It was the second overall.
Okay.
Fine, I'll just sit over here
Zach
and fuck
Wilson.
myself while
Okay.
I look up
Zach-
small teams.
Zach Wilson. Love it. Love it. Honestly,
Board did not love it.
No, I love it now.
He
But
loves it now.
They saw your
it's
reaction.
for totally different reasons.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna mention it.
We know why.
You will eventually.
Until he says something bad about
This episode or another episode, he'll fucking mention it. Honestly, for me,
If he takes one more shot, he will.
Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, Justin Fields, it didn't matter. I mean, all these guys have high upside.
No.
You don't know what. Nobody knows what the fuck they're gonna do, but they all had reasons to be good.
Was there something that you liked about either Wilson or the other ones that made you either like the Wilson pick over the other ones or wish that they had chosen the other ones over Wilson?
The only thing that I can say is the guys who graded him over Trevor Lawrence have been historically good with grading
Chris Sims,
and predicting quarterbacks
Chris Sims
in
sent
their
him
future
over.
in the NFL, like Chris Sims. Okay, that's the only thing. I'm
Well,
not. There's other guys that wanted Justin Fields. There's other guys that said Trey Lance has got the upside. I mean, I'm not a fucking expert, but I mean, all these guys have been right at once or twice in their career. So I mean, it's for the Jets. They get a restart. They get a guy at quarterback. They don't need to pay for several years. It's a total rebuild.
Yeah, the rookie contract is five
Four
years.
plus option.
Sam Darnold, going in. Sammy Poo Poo. I don't know what you call him.
I like Sammy Poo-Poo. That's going to be what I call him on Twitter from now on. I
don't think he deserves
that.
that.
I hope he goes off at 354 tutties.
Listen,
It's
he's
like-
going to.
Even
Week
if
one.
he does, it's Zach Wilson's
And Bourne
first
starts
game.
sporting like a Carolina Darnold jersey because he's like, I wish we never let you go.
I don't know.
I mean, when the Jets came
Listen. As a Jets fan, I really think the Panthers are fucking scared right now. The Panthers are scared of the Jets.
What, that we're playing them week one?
Because of the yes, I
It's a
do. I
revenge
think
game
that.
for the Jets.
I think.
fuck outta
Oh
here.
yes. Oh yes, baby.
I was talking about it with Laquan Jones on Twitter before. I think it's going to be a revenge game for the Jets, not a revenge game for
For
Sam
the
Darnold.
Jets? Oh, yeah,
Oh, my
revenge game for
God.
the Jets.
Dude,
Yeah.
you know how fired up those motherfuckers
The team that
are
didn't
right
give
now?
Sam Darnold any weapons, took away the one weapon he did have, then they took to Carolina.
No, those defensive players have been picking off Sam Darnold for 3 years.
Yeah.
They know. They're like, oh, I'm pumped. I've done this before.
Yeah.
I've done this all fucking year long.
Oh my God!
Let's go. Let's fucking
I don't want to
go.
defend
I'm
Sam
telling you.
Darnold anymore. Okay, let's move
Les
on.
Austin and Bryce Hall, out of all the players in the NFL, you would not think that are confident in week one are fucking
I'll say this:
I would bet it.
if he throws an
I
interception
would
in the
put
end
money on
zone
it.
against
Water
the
bet
Jets,
with Bourne.
if he throws an interception in the end zone or whatever against the Jets, I will say, Sam, you've done that before around here, haven't you, son?
Sam threw an interception on his
I'm
first
dying
pass,
I get
though.
to say that.
On his first pass,
pass.
he threw the worst crossbody interception I've seen since Brett Favre.
It was
That's
bad.
pretty bad.
And Brett Favre's allowed to do it only in hindsight
still-
because he then won the Super Bowl.
He still had a good game though.
Yeah, he
like
won-
outside
yeah.
of
Oh,
that,
no,
great game.
the
He
ball
bought
game
that.
was
If you
great.
take that one pass away, he
Yeah.
had a very impressive first game
Yeah.
in the NFL, especially considering the fact that you guys did not give him any weapons and Adam Gase was his play caller.
All right. Second pick is Zach
It's like being
Wilson.
told to color by numbers,
So
but
the-
you're
So
giving
the Jets
letters instead.
trade up from 23, get to 14, sacrifice 2/3, and
Which,
get a
have you
fourth
gotten
back.
over yet? Have you gotten over
I'm
that?
over it now.
Okay,
Over,
good.
oh, the trading of the 2/3.
Yeah.
The trading of the 2/3. Okay. At first, it fucking hit me in my gut a little bit because the third round is kind of seems at times that it's your last chance to really to bring on a starter, potential starter on your team.
They went up and
outside of those rounds, it's really fucking just a crapshoot.
They got the best left. They're going to have the best left side in football on the line for a long time.
Okay.
They're going to have the best left side on the offensive line for a long time.
In lieu of losing those two third picks, yes. Now we have a great left side of the line, which I can't be happier about, especially for a rookie quarterback. He needs to be protected, and he needs to perform. If we want him to perform the same way he did at Baylor, or have the chance
BYU.
Right, BYU, or have the chance to, he needs to be protected.
Who did you trade with? Minnesota?
Minnesota.
Yes. Yep.
23-14.
So we got the best guard in the draft. I mean, I think it's a fair trade.
And we got the best tackle in the draft last year.
I also want to support his I don't want to lose third-round picks, because
I don't know which of these three third-round picks that Minnesota took were the two Jets ones, but they got Chaz Surratt, who was that very athletic former quarterback at North Carolina that became the productive linebacker, who's got upside. He's interesting. He reminds me of like an Anthony Barr light, honestly, where it's like he's a more athlete than football player, but he's got potential there. But then they also grabbed Wyatt Davis, who was his guard out of Ohio State in the third round, was still there. And then they also...
there's those fucking guys there in the third round, James.
And then they also got Patrick Jones II out of Pittsburgh, the edge rusher guy, who is one of those, like, situational rusher. Yeah. I'm saying I don't know which one of those three, two of those three were them, so I'm just listing the three of them. But the point being, there was talent in the third round, and I understand...
23. Are you looking at something?
I'm looking...
It'll be the third one and the 23rd one of that round.
Unfortunately, they're giving it to me, so I got to do the math really quickly. The third one and the 23 one, so it was Chaz Surratt, and then I think Patrick Jones.
You know what?
No, then it was Wyatt Davis.
Wyatt Davis. Okay.
Yeah.
So essentially, we gave up
Wyatt Davis for AVT.
And Michael Carter.
That's fine with me.
No, not my Jamien Sherwood.
We'll get to momentarily.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. So AVT is the second pick of the first round. I'm happy with it. Best guard in the draft.
Me too.
The line needs to be secured.
I feel like they built the team. I'll let you finish, boy.
No, go ahead.
They built the team like the way you're supposed to, right? You take your guy, you protect him, and you give him weapons. So
that's exactly what they didn't do for Sam Darnold, and they did say we're not going to make this mistake. I think Douglas even said we're not going to make this mistake with Zach Wilson.
Well, and also you can't. I don't want to blame Douglas solely for that mistake because again,
that was him and Gage trying to coexist.
He also didn't
and obviously,
right.
like they're trying to do a draft together where one is like I'm coaching for my life and the other one's like I'm trying to build a team for the long term because that's what they brought me here for.
Yeah. Well, it was just a sad situation, but
they continue to build around him with.
So we got Eli Moore. Elijah Moore.
Love it.
Old mix.
Phenomenal.
Love it.
Slot wide receiver.
Played with DK and AJ Brown.
That kid's electric.
When that pick first happened, I'm not gonna lie.
I loved it. I'll be honest with you.
That was the first time I think
You've
I've ever
had him
seen
as
you
like
be happy about a Jets thing. Honestly, I have never seen you happier
was
about
very
a Jets
happy.
thing in our lives.
Yes, I was very happy with that.
I was so surprised he even dropped out of the first round.
I thought he was a late first round one too. Especially, like, no offense, the Kadarius Toney, like, they both were in that same range the way I saw. Mainly because I think Kadarius Toney is more versatile. I think he can play on the outside a little bit more than
Elijah Moore is not playing outside at all.
He can't run routes.
No, he's inside.
He's
inside.
Like, he's very raw.
They're not going to put him outside.
No.
Not right away.
Would you like to bet?
That he'll never line up outside? No. And I feel like that's just a loser's bet.
So why would you say it?
I'm saying he can't. I'm saying he can't be effective consistently. That's what you want me to actually word myself accurately. That's what I'll say.
It's like that email before with the team.
What would you consider consistently? Be effective consistently. What would you
20% of the snaps he takes outside minimum.
He won't even do that.
No,
but even if he does, even if he were to,
it all depends on the health of Corey Davis and Denzel Mims.
Yeah, if Mimsy's healthy. I'm
excited to see. If one of them is not healthy, Elijah Moore is going to be on the outside. A lot of the time. Turn that off, please.
I'll turn you off.
Turn that. All right. Turn me off.
please don't turn me on.
Okay, Elijah Moore. Let me burn through these because we're taking a lot of time here. It's fucking 8:30. All right, Michael Carter.
I love that too.
That was a good pick.
Why did you whisper that?
because he's shy.
Rebuild. We got a whole new offense.
He's a lot bigger than me.
Whole new
I've already like poked the bear enough. I'm trying to like.
I
It's
love
all
Michael
fun and
Carter.
games. It's all fun and games. Michael Carter with the 4th pick. Listen, I would have
If you don't.
originally would have taken a running back in the 5th
I'm
round or
right,
later,
that's
but with Michael Carter sitting there in the 4th,
That's fine with me.
I'm
fine.
cool
I
with
was
that.
very happy with
I'm
that.
cool with that.
Michael Carter reminds me of a Tevin Coleman type with a little bit more wiggle.
Yeah,
You said You said that last week.
Yes, and he has.
And you have Tevin Coleman too, and those. So obviously,
You do.
So LaFleur knows what type of running backs he likes in that running back room.
Right.
And still Michael Pirine too.
I
who
think he
liked
also
from
had
last year.
more yards per carry than
Than Javonte Williams.
Javonte Williams.
Yeah.
Right, I think 8 yards per carry.
And I think he's got better hands too, right? Isn't he more of a, like better? Like, he was used more as a receiving
Yeah,
back.
it's if you think about when Georgia had Nick Chubb and Sony Michel, Michael Carter was like the Sony Michel, and
Okay.
Javonte Williams was like the Nick Chubb.
that was that's the kind of split that they were dealing with.
I love that pick. Another great way to help your rookie quarterback.
So
is
the
to
Jets,
give him a
for the
reliable
first-
check down.
For the first time in probably, I think they said like 40 years,
They
something
did
shit like that.
offense for like the first.
First 4 picks.
Yep.
So I mean, and you're
Especially the first round.
looking at what the NFL looks like right now.
It's all offense.
If we can't score points, we're not winning any games. No. Okay, so that's the direction that JD went on the first 4 picks, and
And also,
I can't argue with that.
bringing
at
in
all.
a new coach, and he's still a newish GM, right? Last year was his first year.
This is
This is his first, I would say this is his first true year
Off
as
season.
a GM.
right.
This
right.
is like
As a full GM.
From front
this is how
to
you
back.
put your stamp on a team. If they're good,
He made his mark on
Yeah.
this team.
Right,
Like,
like,
if they're
he
good
and Wilson are
and,
tied.
and this is a
Right.
hit, boom. But if they're shitty
Nice.
and it's
Hey, that's on him.
whiff, yeah.
He's got his coach. He's got his quarterback now.
Right, he chose
So-
everything.
So one of the weakest spots on the Jets defense is linebacker, and we took Jamien Sherwood. Jamien Sherwood
Sherwood.
from Auburn, right? Seems like he's got a lot of potential. I think he's got really fucking long arms. I don't remember. I'm not gonna lie. I'm going off of memory here, but I think he's got like
I like it off the cuff.
34-inch arms, something like that. So to be an athletic linebacker with really long
and be
arms,
able to like create that distance and keep that distance.
right?
Yeah.
So I mean, he can. He doesn't need to be the fastest guy in the world. He needs to be smart, and he can also cover tight ends, which I think are a big deal now, especially in our division.
Patriots.
It was like not just in our
Donovan
division.
Hunter.
Yeah, but not just in our division. Like we've noticed, like back in the day, you saw the way that the game evolved, where like the Patriots exploited this to the T with James White and Shane Vereen and those guys, where they're like those downhill linebackers, those like kind of like Jarrett Davis, the guys you just brought in. But I'm trying to think like those were like Zach Thomas, like those big neck roll linebackers that really just hit you downhill and weren't playing sideline to sideline.
Mike
and
Singletary back in the day.
Yeah, so they were like, yo, let's get these running backs and we'll create those mismatches. And then all of a sudden we started getting those athletic linebackers like Ray Lewis and Brian Urlacher, and like those were the first of them.
Yeah,
and,
Luke
then
Kuechly.
and then we started getting, like the Luke Kuechly's and the guys who can cover sideline to sideline. And so now the exploitation is, okay, let's get that tight end who is too big for cornerbacks, too fast for safeties and linebackers. And the idea is now is to find that hybrid linebacker, kind of like what the Bills were hoping Tremaine Edmonds would be.
Isaiah Simmons.
Isaiah Simmons is a great example of that hybrid, and I'm guessing kind of like this is
Kinda like
the
Jamie
idea.
Sherwood.
Jabril Peppers is
we're
safety
trending in
version of
that
the
direction.
But that's the idea, and that's the idea with that pick.
Right. So then after Jamien Sherwood, we took Michael Carter, number 2. Not so. I think this is the first time in NFL history
They
that
drafted two of the same guys.
Michael Carter 1 and then Michael Carter 2.
Can you give me a shot glass?
It's pretty funny.
And there was a third Michael Carter, right?
What?
I think there
Hand me
was.
that, yeah.
I think there was. Slack corner guy got a shot. He did well at Duke. We didn't re-sign Poole, so we need a guy at the slot.
He
slot
knows
corner.
that one of the other things.
What's his name? Who you just said? Sorry.
Michael Carter II.
Yeah. It just reminded me also. I don't know if you guys remember the draft where it was last year. Didn't you guys also have Lamar Jackson, the cornerback last year?
Yeah, got burned on the zero blitz.
Yeah. Horn's favorite play. Horn's favorite play.
I'll never forget that.
Sorry,
name.
gotta interrupt because Ryan's hit me up. Bills Jets up in Buffalo, week 18. We freezing our asses off.
my
Rob is
God.
pissed. I'm gonna love it.
That's
It's gonna be
incredible.
great. Great. Bills Jets week 18. The last week. You guys want to come up?
That's the end of January.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm thinking
I got a lot
that.
going on, as you know. I got a baby coming, so.
But
Bring the baby. I'm joking.
Yeah.
In all seriousness, though, obviously, baby comes first, wife comes first.
Maybe.
Buffalo week 18 is no conditions for a baby.
Oh no, that's gonna be like.
Probably not.
Like,
no. Probably
Unless
not.
Baby V comes out with a thick ass beard.
Look at his daddy.
Yeah.
Mike.
I had this in what, like 9th grade, maybe.
Yeah.
That's your 5 o'clock
Should I
shadow.
get
Stop
this?
lying.
That's why I always bought us liquor. I had a full beard at 16.
Dude,
I'd roll into
That's why I
Byron.
did it. It took me till I was 22 before.
dude,
I
I think I got like 30 cases of beer for prom weekend, and I've just filled up the entire back of my truck. Filled it with like a 30 pack.
You show up with a beard and a truck, and they're not going to question you back in the
We go
day.
into the
I
limo
just
and they're
spent like
like, "Are you guys
$1,000.
drinking?"
Back in like the early 2000s? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, question it.
So
All
we
right,
got
so,
next.
so then we got Jason Pinnock from Pitt, another corner. He's a bigger guy. think
I didn't
he's
know
like-
too much about him. I'll be honest.
Nobody did. Nobody. I know that he's got a YouTube channel though.
All right.
Nice.
Okay.
He's a hustler.
Like and subscribe.
He's a hustler on YouTube.
You should like and
so
subscribe him.
I give him props for that. It's exactly what we're trying to do here, right? So
We might also like and subscribe him. Give him some props.
seems like a likable guy.
Stick this up in there.
Likeable guy. Bigger dude. I mean, we're taking. These are all swings, right? So after the fourth pick, the Jets. So the first 4 picks: Zach Wilson, ABT, Eli Moore, Michael Carter. Those are 4 starters on the Jets.
Right off the bat.
Okay.
Yep.
The rest of these guys are really all just fucking swings. We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So the Jets took a bunch of linebackers that could be safeties, and they took a bunch of corners that could be safeties, and just hoping one of these guys or a couple of these guys stick.
Yeah.
But you can't. I mean, I can't argue with that, right?
Yeah, if they make the roster, it's worth the pick.
Defensive backs on our team are limited.
Yeah, you guys were
When
starting.
you're talking about Bryce Hall and Brashad or
Brashad
Austin as you're starting to, and
What about
both of them were 5th round picks, or well, I
What
think
about Pierre
maybe
Desir?
Garland was a 4th, and then Brilliant, and then it was
5 and a 6.
This is the best draft.
Those
I
are
drafted
starters.
Pierre
Right, those
Desir.
are our starters.
And
This
it's
is the
your
best
starter and
draft
a
they've
your
had.
starter.
So I mean, we're not going to sacrifice our offense because we need to fucking
Yeah.
score points.
Yeah.
I
And then
drafted
we're gonna
Pierre
take a
Desir
bunch of
because I
swings
knew
on
he was
defense
going
and
to
hope
catch
that
us
it
up
just-
and make tackles afterwards.
It's the best draft they had since 06.
But in
Not
addition to
even
that,
debatable.
in
Not
addition to
even
that,
debatable.
the Jets weren't trying to win this year.
Like, you're not going to win this year. But they made the right decision of we need to make sure we start harboring an environment so that way Zach Wilson can succeed.
Right.
And you saw that. It's like, yeah, they got a corner who might even be more of a special teams guy, but the point is that you weren't going to be able to all of a sudden reverse an offense and a defense for a team that was picking 2nd overall by record.
Yeah.
You know, so the idea was, okay, this is a multi-year plan, obviously. The first step is to make sure that we get our quarterback. Got him. The next thing is to make sure that our quarterback can succeed because we failed the last time as an organization to do that with Sam. Let's not make that mistake again.
Give me
And
some
they did
weapons and
that.
some blocking.
And they started to do that, and you already had some pieces in. You had Mekhi Becton, who is arguably was the best all left tackle now in that draft. You could say
Yeah.
Tristan Wirfs maybe as well. I still
He's
like
a right
Andrew Thomas
tackle.
personally.
Playing right tackle.
He's playing right tackle now only because they gave Donovan Smith or whatever that his name is
Right,
too
but
way
you
too much
can't
money.
grade him on a left tackle when he only played right tackle.
That's a fair point. You also, I mean, you can also argue that Mekhi Becton is 1.5 of Tristan Wirfs. So are they really the same weight class even?
He's so good.
There's
that
no
guy.
upper limit to
All right,
heavyweight.
let me blow through this because we're eating a lot.
Yeah,
of time.
finish that up and then we can.
So all right. So we got the first 4 offense. Then we took a linebacker and then a corner, then another corner with
God, how
Jason
many draft
Pinnock.
picks you guys
Now
have?
we're taking another linebacker who was technically
10,
was a
right?
safety, but his name is Hamsah Nasirildeen. I don't remember.
Oh, Hamsah Nasirildeen,
Yes.
the safety linebacker out of Florida State. I was so pissed when you guys drafted him.
Yes.
So pissed.
Yes.
That's the guy I
This
want
is
in
another-
there. Like,
this
that's
is
my guy.
Oh.
This is the guy that I would take and develop and become the best.
Yes,
Oh my god.
yes. This is another Bryce Hall type of swing. We took a guy that had
I
injuries,
hate when
didn't
you guys
play,
drafted
didn't
Bryce
do
Hall
well,
too.
but before
Fuck
he
the
was
Jets.
injured, he did really fucking well, and he's projected to be
Taking all my project players.
a
Fuck Joe Douglas.
first round,
For you-
fringe
personal,
second
yeah.
round type of pick. And then we got this guy, okay? Another linebacker. This is a position of need. I can't hate on this pick. I love this pick, okay?
No, we need help covering tight ends.
All right, then we go with
He
Brandon
was a
Echols
safety.
out of Kentucky, another corner type of guy. This is just Joe Douglas taking more swings. Then he takes Jonathan Marshall out of Arkansas, defensive tackle. What I've seen on the clips on YouTube, the guy seems to do pretty well. I mean, Robert Saleh is going to focus on having a defensive line and continue the pressure. So to make that position deeper, and when it's already at the same time, I think we have 6 solid fucking guys.
They're much better than what they were.
That are already going to be on the team and running in circulation. Now you run another rookie in there, and some people may consider that
I'm giving him
as an overflow on that position. At the same time, though, if you miss one guy, miss 2 guys, that position seems to have a lot more injuries than others, then you're losing the flow that you're trying, the pressure that you're trying to push.
You also have an extended practice squad within the last couple of years, so that gives you a little bit more room for flexibility. But it also, like you said, Saleh likes to rotate, similar to the way that McDermott does and other teams do. They like to rotate their linemen because at the end of the day, you could be one of the better ones, but you, when you're tired, even if you're better, may not be as good as the guy who's not as good at you but has full tank.
Fresh legs matter.
Right, so all of a sudden now you're able to just get bodies even, and if this guy develops into just a rotational player, again, we're talking about the day 3. You're looking for a guy who can play special teams. He might not even last on your team that entire 4-year contract because it's so low that you're not really losing much by losing him. Right. But bringing them in is like you said, it's a swing. It's like, best case scenario, they actually make an impact and make the team. Matt Milano was a 5th-round pick and now had just made $50 million, $60 million off of us kind of thing, and rightfully so. You never know what you're going to get there, and worst case scenario, it doesn't work out and it's a very low investment, low risk.
Matt Milano's like a sneaky good lineman.
Those are our
He's not sneaky anymore. We paid him like he's not sneaky.
I'm not gonna go over undrafted guys because I think we're already kind of stretching our time.
Go over the first one.
Well, Kenny Yeboah.
Yeah.
We needed a tight end.
Yeah, that was a good one.
You're talking about an athletic tight end in the undrafted free agency.
Solid for undrafted.
This is a guy that could make the team and start. He is. Yeah. He could be tight end too, coming right in.
Yeah,
to the league. So.
And considering, like you said, like before, Herndon was your number 1. He hasn't really played much in the last 2 years even at this point.
Every time he does play, he puts it on the ground.
Isaiah Dunn, who is not really talked about as much as these other guys, but he's a corner. Who I think he did have the highest guaranteed contract ever for a corner in the undrafted free agency market ever. So
it's got to mean something.
JD and Saleh think highly of the guy, so
I trust him. I trust Douglas now. I really do trust him.
Yeah. Did you
I have to, but I really do.
No.
All right, so on that, do you want to take a quick break and then we can come back with the Bills and closing thoughts?
Yeah.
I mean, let's just take these shots and let it ride.
Well, I need another beer anyway. I mean, we can do that too.
I'll go get them. Bombs.
All right.
I really shouldn't, guys. I'm being honest with you.
All right, done.
Yeah, I can't.
Here, you want chocolate milk?
No.
Is that a real thing? You got Yoo-Hoo back there? Actually, Yoo-Hoo's chocolate drink. It's not.
It is chocolate drink. Kind of like grape drink. It's very different than grape juice. It's like juice.
I want that purple stuff.
What is this juice?